Hi, this is Dr. David Zahalik, and I've got some more information for you on holiday eating for diabetics. Different from our last video, this one focuses on what the spouse and the family members of a diabetic can do to help the diabetic during the holidays. And I'll begin by saying for some people, it's a very stressful time, especially if they see somebody who has diabetes who is not being effective at taking care of themselves. Visits to emergency rooms during the holidays are at an increased rate for diabetics. And a lot of times, feelings of guilt, frustration, and anger arise in the family members of a diabetic when they're just not taking care of themselves. So, this is a situation that does require really effective boundaries. And the first thing I would mention is all diabetics really need a team of people around them to help them be successful. One of the key members of the team is going to be the medical provider. So if you find that
you're taking on the primary role, I would visit with the medical provider and see what could be done to empower the diabetic patient to take more responsibility and personal control of their choices. And the diabetic needs to have, clear plans for eating. So how many carb choices at a meal are appropriate, grams or choices, however that's done. For exercise, for checking blood sugar, and for taking medications. Most diabetics will see more than one doctor. They'll have perhaps a diabetes specialist or an internist, and then other doctors as well, perhaps a cardiologist and a retina specialist. So again, one of the most important things is to be part of a team, and really your role would be more to be supportive and to if things are going off track, to either be an accountability partner to say, well, hey, share with me how you're doing with what you're doing, and perhaps to direct the diabetic patient, back to their provider. If you find that you're getting too stressed out with these decisions, I would suggest getting the provider more involved. Um, Now, other things that you can do that are more, that are less complicated and easy to do include having structured meal times. Structured meal times is very important for diabetics and also for non-diabetics who don't want to gain weight during the holiday. So even though the holiday meal is usually a longer meal, the choices are different. You still want to make sure that there's 3 meals plus 2 snacks a day, or whatever the eating plan is, but there needs to be regularity of calories coming in. And that needs to not change even if there's a bigger meal later on in the day. And so, also, the days after the holidays, as soon as you kind of finish up with the holiday, I'm going to start do this again.